doesn't seem to be doing what I want it to be doing. Ah, did do it. Shut it up. There. Okay. What am I showing up for? Let's have a look, see if I can see it somewhere else. Show that's bigger, chat box is bigger, a little bit bigger. Let's see where it's from. So the commands only work. Only seems to work in Discord. No, that works. Works from there, but then that works to both. Both the chat pops up. Use that chat box. Use that one. Okay. Oh, it crashed. Oh. Ah, okay, so that's the yellow box on YouTube is there. Okay. How is it for sound? Testing. Testing. Right. Okay. Bring up. Bring this up here. Against the table. Yeah, I need to put on the lights. God awful yellow. Deal with colour correction another time. Count 5 doesn't work. There's that one there. That's fine. Let's to the dice can, we don't need to worry about that for the time being. Alright, those terminals. That's working alright. know which ones I want to use, I just can't find them. There we go. Oh, really? Oh, okay, let's see if it's in. There we go. There we go, that's what I wanted. Move. Ah, stop snapping. Right, let's have this. Try out the colour first. Digital green. Let's find a digital green. There we go. Look at that. Alright, there we go. Alright. Keep snapping as it's tools. Transform. No, it's just going to keep snapping. It's going to keep snapping. You just extend it. There we are. Right, so let's see how that looks. Hey, that's cool. I like that. Okay. Right. So I want to do the same thing. I've lost it now. Where's it up there? Yeah. And that. Move this across here. How's that look? Okay. Okay. Text is working alright. How's this doing? look here. Camera 3 doesn't want to be working. Guess that's been disconnected while we were doing that. There we go. Right. Alright, so let's have a gander here. How terrible is this camera? No focus to it at all. One thing I can do is zoom in. Wow, the focal point is right the way back here. Down. It gets bleached out by the light anyway. And you can't see diddly squat. This is what I'm looking for now, is what the quality is like. Good evening, Commander. I'm currently on Twitch as well, if you want to watch me over there. Helps get my numbers up. I'm currently looking for 3 average viewers over 30 days. And my bot works over there as well. You can try it out. Well, one thing I will notice though is that my restream bot isn't working. I wonder actually whether, because I mean I don't need it until game night. I'm moving the odd camera around if they function. Popping that there. Can I pop a mini there? Oh Jesus, look at that. Oh, wow. It's still so out of focus with that camera. So what's being tested is just generally the entire thing. I want to see if it looks good. See if overall it's interesting to look at. So let me just give you a quick run through. You came in late, so I mean you're gonna start seeing this screen first. This is the first screen. I noticed that Streamlabs hasn't even logged you in as looking on YouTube, so let me just have a look at that. I have a feeling I'm really going to be moving away from YouTube with the live stuff, because just generally it's like you know, every time I'm dealing with this, there we go, now it's back. Every time I try and use YouTube, YouTube's giving me trouble, and Twitch seems okay. But anyway, so we got the first screen here. Now obviously I'll give it some tweaking every so often. Where is, oh, what am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for there. There we go. Alright, so yeah, this is what we're looking at to start with. And then I will intro the show from here. So obviously, as usual, you're about to see what we've got going on here. We've got the fan submit stuff on that side. We've got the viewer counter down there now. And we do have the chat open. I'm trying to limit some of the stuff. But I do have, if I bring up, let me bring up, let's get that to one side. I have the, there's my, goodness sake, where's the widgets? Go back. The alert box. So I've played around with the alert box now as well. So there we are. It's a shame that they take so long to show up. I don't know. We've got that one as well. They don't show up straight away because I think it's the picture. But for now, there's what I've got, it's what I have available to me that I know for a fact I don't have to worry about them being used. Donation 50,000, yeah, I know, it's just a test. But thank you for coming along while I test this. So yeah, that all works fine, and I've got that on each. What's it? I'm not sure if I need to change anything, whether it's easy to see. I know on YouTube it's lags quite a bit. But it really bugged me that my restream bot isn't working now. It's not cross posting. I mean, you can see it in the chat on the screen, but you can't see it in general, and it's really annoying. See it in the chat, sorry. Neither one of them are working. Right, so let's get rid of that. Let's have a gander at what's next. So yeah, and then of course me and Reese doing our live shows, and it's this camera over here that will be introducing the show. And another thing, I think this is a computer issue, is that the overhead cam over here, I mean I've got some serious colour issues going on there, but that's not working. You don't know that one about the restream bot. No, it's fine. It was working before I started doing stuff, so I'm not sure what's going on there. It's just it was posting Twitch to YouTube and YouTube to Twitch, and also Discord to them as well, but it's not working, so I'm not sure about what I'm going to do about that. But then of course, so me and Reese will introduce the gaming show. And then of course we have our usual painting show, and I now have a face cam, which actually is also the same as the intro cam for the show, but then obviously I'll do this. I mean, all the time the cameras can move around and stuff, so that's what I'll be doing. I've got a thing now, so I can. There was one issue I was having. If I come here, is that because both camera 1, I've numbered all my cameras. Camera 1 and camera 2, which is this one here, was because they're the same thing. I couldn't do anything, and the Logitech gaming software commander, it allows me to control the cameras individually from each other. You know how when you're using two cameras, webcams at the same make, when you've got them both plugged in, you have to use, when you try and change the camera, it will only change one of them, and it will stick to one of them, and it will choose which one it wants to stick to. Well, the gaming software that I cannot remember the streamer's name, and I do apologise. I was talking to so many people over the last couple of weeks, couple of days. I cannot for the life of me remember what cameras or who it was. But basically what this allows me to do is now I can, hang on, let me see what it's doing here. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm zooming in on that cam there, which is camera number 2. And then without having to do anything else, I can now control this camera as well. Hey, there we go. So that's what the gaming software allows me to do. So if it's useful to you, then you've got a little piece of information there for you. Hi Ragnar, hi mate. Quality looks great. Sorry, been busy and only just found the link. No worries, no worries. We're just chilling. Well, we're basically chilling and chatting, but we're having a look at the stream at the same time, seeing how it works. So yeah, thank you for joining me on Twitch. And actually, if you want to type in keyword commands, well, I say keyword commands, exclamation point commands. So where are we now? That's the painting show intro. So painting show proper. Here we go. So yeah. So I now have a face cam on my painting cam. We have chat. There we go. Have a look at that. It only works on Twitch. YouTube it does not work for, because that is a separate bot, an entirely different bot that I've never used before. So yeah, unfortunately, Commander, it won't work. I haven't got them all on there yet, Wayne. Only some of them. Yeah, the commands that you've just typed in, Wayne, the reply that you got are all the ones that you're able to use. Yeah, I will do. I will do. But hang on a minute, what just happened here? Streamlabs, other command functions, time supports. See, the command functions. See, the command function has worked on my restream chat, but not in the actual chat for you, Commander, on YouTube, which is really annoying, and I have absolutely no idea why. So yeah, the Discord works. There is actually a new one. The reason why I've jumped from 9 to let me come up to the other screen here, because one thing I do want to point out is I joined a new Discord, a community here on Twitch. So if you type in !LSS, it's the League of Small Streamers, I want to say, is what they call themselves. Basically, it's a bunch of streamers who try and help each other to build their streams up. And I jumped from 9 followers all the way up to 25, which is halfway to making affiliate this weekend. And all I need to do is get the other 25 and get the other 25 followers and reach what is it, an average of 3 viewers over the next 30 days, which would be fantastic. Yeah, Commander, I have no idea what's going on with the chat, with the bot on YouTube. No idea why it's working. But yeah, so you don't need a cheat sheet anymore either. Link you privately later. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've no idea with the chat. But yeah, Wayne, you don't need a cheat sheet for the commands now, because now you can come into Twitch, type in keyword command, and you'll have all of the commands that are available that I've put in. There are some others as well. Yeah, I'll give you the link for the LSS commander. In fact, I can put that in. Actually, I can put it in myself now. Let me go /5FP. That should work. Did that give you the link on? No, not quite. Let me just try that properly with a. Does that work? Yeah, that's why I'm trying to actually add it as a link. Hang on. Try that one. There we go. Now it'll work as a link. And don't forget to send it. Don't forget to tell them I sent you there. I want to make sure I'm giving back to that community, because they've massively popped me up from quite low to you know, to where I am now in literally the space of 24 hours. I mean, I joined it on Saturday evening. So yeah, there we are. They've got a thing that you have to go on there to fill in your details as a streamer. So you know, do that. But yeah, don't forget, let them know that I sent you there anyway. Okie dokie, so now that I've done that bit, let's get back to what I was doing. So the painting show is looking like this. I've got the 2 cams, the chat is there. What have I got going on over up there? I've got a bit of dead space above, just here. I'm not sure what I'll do there. I might put my pictures up there. You've joined for now, and now you have to head off to bed as well. We'll return. No worries, Commander. I'll catch you later. So we have the game table, which again, like I said, we got some color issues that we've really got to deal with. But we also need to figure out why, yeah, my cam won't work, which is a dice cam. We have the dice cam back, which is going to be cool. We will get that. Obviously, that's pointing in completely random position at the minute, but we will get that back. And then here we go. This is what I'm really looking forward to. Ta-da! So, yeah, we will have the command terminals on their own screen. Hopefully we'll be able to see them. Again, I mean, admittedly, the command terminals are shiny. So I'm gonna mess around with those, and I'm gonna see what happens with that. I'm gonna see what I can do. And then once we've done that one, we also have one for Reese. And that's Reese's command terminal camera, of course. During our game shows, I move it across, and it's pointing directly at her terminals, which is why the game show uses an entirely different camera to say hi. You're struggling to keep up. No, fair enough. You're off to bed. Fair enough, Wayne. Thank you very much for joining me. Had a Conquest delivery? No, I wasn't expecting a Conquest delivery until Saturday anyway. I've got three magazines sat here, and last time I had a delivery, I had 2 left. So I'm not expecting another one until. I'm not expecting another delivery until tomorrow, until Saturday. So there we go. Oh, end of the show. And then hopefully, see, this is what does my head in. That this screen here, this camera doesn't like to focus on that mini there. That would be perfect if that did. You are, as loads of people have had one with a folder. Yeah, but the thing is, the people I've noticed a pattern that the delivery window is about 3 weeks long. And the people that have had their folder, there is also, I will talk about this in the Conquest show tomorrow, but there has been talk about it being delayed for premium deliveries, which I wasn't expecting a premium this week anyway. But yeah, it's been delayed, and the people that get it first are always the people that had the either were first to subscribe, or they had the delivery ages ago, and you know, when they did the trial run, and then they just continued their subscription. I mean, I'll talk about it all tomorrow anyway on the show. It's a shame I can't get that to focus. That's a real pain. I haven't got any other cameras to use really without moving. I don't want to keep moving cameras around. I'll do that. Balance. Holy smokes. It's very, oh wow, that doesn't get much bluer than that, does it? Put something white on there. Wow, that's really up there. right, that will be the first camera to be changed then, I think. Hopefully we can get a new camera up there. Yeah. Alright. It's a shame that won't focus, but once we can get a camera that will focus there, that'll be a really nice end to the painting shows. And then we have an ending to the game shows, which again uses that camera, so it would be nice to have that one as a HD cam as well. And then we'll have a look at this. That's looking pretty good. Quite happy with the way that looks, that's not a problem. I need to make sure that I've got, need to try and get some music. I don't know how to do the music bots, but yeah, there's definitely I think I'm definitely going to be moving to Twitch for live shows. Because it's just it does seem to be much better than YouTube. I mean, the Conquest shows will always stay on YouTube because I started on YouTube and I kind of want the entire magazine run to be on YouTube. So I'll always do the Monday shows on both. The game shows are going to move purely to Twitch, and my painting show at the start of the next project will be moving to Twitch only as well. So yeah, and you've gone anyway, so it's fine. All right. So what I also need to do now is start looking at transforming these. I want to rotate 180 degrees and then point, yep, in the right direction. Game show intro is here. It's fine, the count of 4 needs to change. There we are. Painting show proper. That needs to be flipped 80 degrees. There we are. Dice cam will have to figure that one out. I don't think we really need to worry about that too much. These terminals again, I don't know until we get that one sorted. Yeah, that's going to need to change. I know for a fact that's going to need to change. Reese's terminals, that will be upside down as well, so that would definitely need to be changed as well. There we go. End of the show is going to be here. That's painting end of the show. Yeah. This is end of the game show. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the way this is looking. There we are. Well, if anybody's got anything else to add, then feel free to add it. Have a look at YouTube. Right, so I'm going to go to here. I'm going to cancel the YouTube. Up. Oh, please restart your broadcast to apply the changes. Brilliant. Oh well. Don't need to worry about that then. I'll leave it on. Although actually, can I end the show from here? Live controller, there we go. New stream. No, it's not a new stream, it's what's on now. I'll worry about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't end the stream. Right, fair enough. Right, okay, so let's just, I'll tell you what, while I'm here, let's do a bit of painting, shall we? Let's have a look to see what I need to do in terms of the camera angle for painting, shall we? I've got plenty of these gene stealers that I am trying to get rid of. There we go. Whoop. That will probably be much better. Miniacs, thank you very much for joining me. I'm just testing a stream and making sure that everything is all up and ready for my show tomorrow. And I figured that while I'm here, I might as well do a bit of painting. With any luck, I can get rid of these soon. These models have been doing my head in. And unfortunately, my stream doesn't have music and all that sort of stuff. It's currently streaming to YouTube as well at the minute, so I can't really put music on. But yeah, hopefully I can get some music. I like your film, but film face over its own real estate instead of overlaying your minis. Well, yeah, my face cam's also over there instead of where it should be. I do actually have, thank you for your input, that's what I was looking for. I could pop it up here. Pop it up there like that. Yep, maybe above the chat. Yeah, it's a good idea. I think I'll pop it make it a little bit bigger. Pop it there, like that. There we are, how's that? Oh, get rid of those, they give me a headache. There we are, yeah, I like that. Much better. And I don't know, I can't see the see where the camera is, so I'm not sure whether it's in the right place. Now you can see me. There we are. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger as well. See my ugly mug. Although to be fair, I'm not really sure what the face cam is for. Maybe it's so that you know when I'm looking at the chat, perhaps. Is that what it's there for? I mean, my activities the last couple of days, not only trying to get to know some people, but it's also trying to get a little bit of research, get a bit of market research about how is it done on Twitch. It's like I mostly do YouTube streaming up until now, and so it's all a little bit new, trying to get all of this set up in a way that is suitable for Twitch consumption, because it does seem to have a very different feel. Okay. Hyperphase, thank you very much for joining me. It makes it more personal. Okay, having face there, so we can see how you react to our comments. Otherwise, it's just a rando pair of hands painting minis. It makes perfect sense. Yeah. Now you see, like I said, I mean, I'm not used to the Twitch way of doing things. It's I'm a YouTube streamer. Well, I was a YouTube video maker until this commission kind of bogged me down to nothing. But yeah, once I've done that, I think I'm going to start making my videos on YouTube, and then I'll be streaming here on Twitch. No worries, my dude. Only here for 5 on my smoko, but I'll be leaving a lurk when I get back. Well, thank you very much. Plus, nobody wants to chat with a disembodied voice. Well, there we go. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure about, after looking at my face, whether it was probably better leaving it disembodied. Yeah, hopefully this week I'll be able to get this commission done and dusted and out of the way. They're not the most detailed of work needed doing, and I've got some Dystopian Wars boats to do for this guy as well. Again, not particularly complicated. And then hopefully once I've done all that, I'll be starting to make YouTube videos more often, and then I will be streaming stuff here, mostly teaching myself new stuff. That's what my painting streaming is supposed to be about. It's about learning new things and trying out, because I am not the best painter, and so I want to learn stuff, and it's nice to not only learn things but show people how I learn, and get input from other people as well. I mean, I'll be finishing this guy off on Thursday, but currently, if I can get it to focus, I didn't check focus, to be fair. So let me just have a look to see what my focus is like. Yeah, it's completely out of focus, isn't it? Let me just bring the focus up. You're better off than I am in that department. I don't know if you've noticed, but toilet seat is not the ideal hairstyle. You know, so you mentioned hair and I instantly go to mine. Right, let's have a look and see which camera am I looking at here. Wrong one. Let me see if I can bring this one here. Video settings. Focus. Where's the focus? Advanced. There we go. That's what it looks for. Let's bring it into focus. Ah, here we go. Alright, let's bring this guy up here. I've got those luscious dark locks. Yeah, no. Right, there we go. So, you know, I'm new here, so I thought I'd show off a bit. This is a project I'm doing on Thursdays. Every Thursday I'll paint for about an hour and a half and then leave it and come back and the following week and carry on with it. So yeah, this is where my painting is, and in this model I was learning how to do blending. I was trying to teach myself how to blend. So I've got the shoulder pads there. I mean, there is definitely a line between the light and the dark there, which is, you know, criticism that I can look at myself and go, yeah, okay, so I'll try and do that better next time. I also blended, not that you can see it very well, but I tried blending the cloak here. And again, there is a bit of a line between the orange and the red. And then also the cloak, trying to blend black, so I'm not sure how well that works, but yeah, so I'm teaching myself blending at the minute. I'm trying to, you know, get those layers going a little bit better. Oh, Broshi, you forgot to change your t-shirt. Now everyone will know your secret. Oh, no, hang on, no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change it tomorrow, I reckon. Just don't tell anyone. I haven't had many people in tonight, so I should be fine. But yeah, so I carry on with this guy next Thursday. Well, on Thursday. Hopefully I'll be actually finishing this guy off and I'll start a new one next week. But then recently, actually, the most recent model that's actually been finished was this that I shared this around. Is the Adeptus Titanicus Reaver. But at Chick Paints from Instagram is getting her name out there a bit, and me and her get together. Every other Tuesdays, and we're on this Tuesday, and we'll be playing Adeptus Titanicus. This will be on the table, but it's the only one that I've got, and she's got a couple of warlords that she's painted. So yeah, we'll be doing that. So. That looks like Steampunk ED209 from Robocop. It kind of does a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of my take on what I've looked at of Legio Mortis, but it's kind of muted down a bit. So rather than black, I'm using Dark Reaper, and rather than a bright red, I'm using Corn Red instead. So it's a bit more muted than sort of really bright, vibrant, and it's not quite so gold. It's more of a brass. So yeah, hopefully this is now in focus. I didn't realise it wasn't in focus. Not that you can really see a lot, but yeah. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm up to. Actually in focus. Yeah, we go. Yeah, I'm hoping over the next week I'll get these this commission done and dusted out of the way. I've only got a few. Well, I've got some models to do from start to finish, and then these guys need some final details on. Boats to do. I don't know. It's a lot of work to do in a week, so we'll see how I get done. Thankfully, they're not particularly, like I said, they're not overly detailed models in terms of what he wants me to do in detail work. So, alright, Hyperface, well, thank you for dropping by anyway. There's another colour scheme for that I love. A brown cloak, blue liner. Well, actually, I've got some Gene Stealers myself that I've been doing for Kill Team. Let me see if I've got one that I've finished, rather than one of the ones that are only half finished. No, they're my... No, that's my Poxwalkers and Death Guard. Here we go. So this guy. Hang on a minute. This one's a little. This one's similar, but it's a little bit different. We'll bring up the. This guy up there, and it's a bit more of a bone. I like all of my kill team stuff to have orange, which is why he's got orange underclothes on. But yeah, the bone colour. That's why I kind of like these ones. I kind of saw that. I think I saw something similar on online somewhere. I thought, yeah, oh no, they're kind of similar to the kill team box, but I kind of twisted it just a little bit to suit what I wanted. Oh my god, dude, that looks Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite in my life. I'm a rad painter. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I've got a range of movement there. What are you up to then, Miniacs? What, you got anything on the go? I've seen so many people over the last couple of days that I'm not sure if I remember who's doing what, or whose stream I've looked at, or anything else. So my brain is full up of Twitch concentration. Yeah, I tend to be very, very quiet. Yeah. Which is kind of why I would like to get some music. Obviously, with streaming to YouTube, I'm not able to do that. But with the Twitch rules being a little bit different, and hopefully, I don't know how to do the song request thing yet. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. But yeah, it tends to get very, very quiet when I start concentrating. I do have a Discord actually that my patrons get to have chat on when they're chatting, but I have to. But feel free, if I throw up the link there, feel free to join that if you wish. But to be honest, you're sick as a pig today. But I'm working on the Reaper Kraken. To be honest, I have no idea what that miniature is, but I'm sure I can have a look up at it at some point. One thing I am glad though is my computer's holding out tonight with the stream. Something that I do struggle with at the moment is my stream staying stable. So my internet tends to forget that it's connected to the internet. Oh, you're posting an image link. Yeah, fair enough. Get rid of the camera controls from this one. What is the time now? Oh, bloody hell, 25 to 1. The kids will be up at 7 o'clock in the morning for school, so I won't be streaming for too long tonight. Google Images, let's have a look. Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. Is that your? Oh yeah, mini Reaper. Is this yours? Is it? Oh, it's basically that, but I never follow the instructions and always mod my kits. Oh, okay, so that's not your one. That's just a one. That's cool though. What is it? D&D model or something? Or is it just a thing? That's just what you found. Good. I really should look at these before I put them on the holder actually, and some of these I've already got most of what I need to get done. Not really, but, one of the good things about this job is I haven't got to base these miniatures, so paint it black and clean them up. It's for Pathfinder technically, but I call any model in any scale under 2 inches a D&D model. Oh, fair enough. I'd love to play D&D. Don't have the time. My local club, no, my local gaming school has a D&D night. Unfortunately, it's on Monday, just as I'm doing my live show. Never played D&D before though, so I'd be a total noob at it. Oh yeah, yeah. I get my D&D fix from Critical Role, so I just sit there and I'll just watch. I just watch a bunch of nerdy ass voice actors play D&D rather than actually being able to do it myself. I kind of get the principle, and it's really cool. It's just I don't have that kind of time to sit around and play D&D. I'm sure one day I'll do it. I think the other thing as well is a lot of my time at the minute is taken up by doing commissions, massive ones like this. Once this is done, I'm not doing larger jobs anymore, so I might find that I'll have a bit more time to play. But we'll see what happens. Gotta get these done first. They're the biggest obstacle in my way at the minute. I'm hoping actually if I can stretch my sleep tonight, maybe to get these guys finished, because there's only a few details left to go. Get these guys finished, and then that frees me up to get some more stuff done during the week. A bunch of single models to do, which I should be able to get done in a day. Well, yeah, I might be able to get something done. Maybe I'll batch paint them over the week. I might be stretching myself to get this lot done in a week, but see what happens. Nobody has the time. You have to make the time. Yeah, I know. But it's making the time around commitments that I've made. So I tend to give myself. It's so sick you can't breathe right. Damn, not so good. Maybe go to bed, go to sleep, rest. Chatting with me, was it laying on the couch, chatting with me and watching sumo. Fair enough. No, it's just occurred to me that I want to see if I can get sorted. So much to do, so little time. You're not a big sports guy, but you sure like sumo. I don't know if there's any sport that I really enjoy anymore. I used to be a big Formula One fan, but ever since the BBC sold it to Sky, or well, Bernie gave Sky the rights to charge people an extortionate amount for it, kind of fell out of love with it. I tried watching NASCAR for a bit, but then I'm definitely not a manual sport kind of game person. I do like motorsport, but most of the time I'll watch motorsport for a couple of weeks and then get bored of it. Oh, they did what? Yeah, there's the BBC used to have the rights to Sky. Sorry, the BBC used to have the rights to Formula One, and Bernie had said that he'll make sure that Formula One is always free to watch. And then he went and sold it to Sky. So you have to pay, for an entire sports package to watch one channel if you were just a Formula One fan. And then ITV then have the rights to share to show some of the races live, and everything else is all highlights. I prefer Road Rally for auto, or Nostalgia Drags are fun in person. Rally never did a thing for me. I tried watching sometimes, mostly on Dave, but I'm not too. It doesn't hook me that much. Although to be fair, I say, I used to watch Formula One and fall asleep most of the time. So the noise of the engines made me fall asleep. So maybe I'm not that much of a motorsport fan after all. But yeah, I don't. I spend all my time sat here painting and watching D&D. It's pretty much my entire life is sat here or doing household stuff. Oh, you don't want what you don't want you just do the road rally around in your hatchback. Late night is the best time, no traffic. Well, yeah, I'd hate to say, road rallying in rush hour would probably be a bit of a non-starter. I love going for walks in the middle of the night, actually. Sometimes I'll get a craving for something sweet and I'll just go for a walk up to Tesco's for half an hour there and back. used to I don't know how to say that word, where we live for pretty empty areas. Oh, that's cool, fair enough. I'm not too deep into an estate, to be honest, so it's it's kind of sandwiched between two main roads, so there's not really many quiet roads around here. I mean, they're not busy, but they're not empty, that's for sure. Through the woods, yeah. It's yeah, really. There's nothing like that near me. Couldn't do any of that. Although to be fair, I'm not really the best driver in the world either, so I'll probably end up crashing. I live right by Delaware Water Gap and Brandywine battlefields. Lots of woods nearby. I'm sure that those are supposed to mean something in history to me, but I've missed that reference. I've absolutely no idea where Brandywine battlefields are. Actually, to be honest, a bit of an embarrassing amount of lack of UK knowledge to me anyway. Certainly no geography knowledge at all. Very short of life. Well, it's where George Washington crossed the Delaware River, but why would you know that? Oh, okay. So in fact, it's not even UK knowledge then. for goodness sake, I still missed a bit. What have we got? 1 o'clock. Yeah, I won't get these done tonight, I don't think. I'll get the brown done. That'll be a good start. To us it's a huge deal how our country started, but to you guys it was a drop in the bucket of a long history. History is long. Yeah, I have no idea. If it's linked with UK history, it must be a northeast thing. I have no idea. Yeah, that's what I mean. If you're saying that it was a drop in the bucket of our long history as well as an important part of American history, there must be a New England kind of northeast US area. I don't know. Like I said. There are some things I can be quite knowledgeable about, and then sometimes I just draw a complete blank. It's like, yeah, I have no idea. I really don't like the way that guy's turned out. Pennsylvania, south of Philadelphia, north of Wilmington. Well, I know the Fresh Prince went from Philadelphia to LA, so yeah, I know roughly. Yeah, that. Well, is it that way? Yeah, well, for you it's that way. Somewhere, yeah. On the globe, somewhere. Where we thought the Revolutionary War was worse than the bloodiest battle. Fair enough. Unfortunately, I'm a terrible history student. did I know that there are flat Earth believers in every country all around the globe? I did. In fact, on their on the flatearth.org's front page, I believe it does actually state that. I mean, they've dropped the word globe. But yeah, there are flat Earth supporters all around the world, Although, come to think of that, that might have been taken down once it was pointed out to them. But it was there at one point. I don't frequent their website very often. Headband. Go on, let's get this brown done. Ugh. Every time I pick these models up, I get one colour done and then I have to stop. Why everything's brown to a halt with them. It's just taking forever. Definitely need to get the music thing sorted out. Is the music thing only an affiliate thing? I haven't really... I know the bot's got some sort of like song request thing there. I don't know how to use it. It's really quiet. Especially if I'm going to start doing this sort of thing very often. No, on the yeah, I stream Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but they're quite short shows. Well, Tuesdays isn't, but Tuesdays is a game, and so we're always talking. Mondays is a show where I look through a magazine, so I'm always talking there. But Thursdays, and if I do this more often, it's going to get very, very quiet. And so I definitely need to sort something out for there. I can't stop the YouTube stream right now, so I have to kind of leave it running, which is why I haven't put some music on my computer. But if I'm going to be here, if I'm going to do this more often on Twitch solely, I need to figure that out. Miracle of Sound is a band that permits free use of all of their music for streamers. Let me have a look. It's not all bad, especially for your theme. Let's have a look. What was it called? Miracle of Sound. Miracle of Sound Bandcamp, is that all? Here we go. I'm Gav, and I make many songs of various genres, all kinds of things. Game, movie, music, which can also be found on YouTube. Streaming and download help. No? Alright, let's have a look. Let's see what this is. This is, oh right, okay, it's buying an album. You have to buy the albums, do you buy the music? Includes unlimited streaming via the free Bandcamp app, plus high quality downloads in MP3. Okay. Oh, the music for your stream would come from YouTube anyway. Oh. So I could stream the music from YouTube, from these guys, without worrying about YouTube's issues. How does that work in song requests? Missing the YouTube API key. What's that? That's right. I'm gonna have to look into that. It's not really helping in a minute. Not while I'm live. I'll have a look at that another time when I've got some time to have a gander around it and see what they've got. I don't know. How would you if I wanted to do something like that so that I could to still be able to stream to YouTube as well? How would I limit? Because I mean, I was requesting stuff on other people's streams from bands that would get you silenced on YouTube. But how would you say, oh, you can only use stuff that YouTube will allow you to play? If you're going over Twitch, your bot is already set up to play music. But I've got the Galaxy help me do the Phantom bot. So I've got that. If I'm streaming to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, I don't want people requesting. I know that people will request. You can request songs that are copyright protected. It'll just get silenced on the VOD, which might be a bit of a pain in the ass if people will watch the VOD later, especially for my more informative shows. I know that some of my viewers on YouTube, they don't watch me on YouTube, they'll not live, they'll come back and watch later. Is that the keyword for it, isn't it? Oh, don't allow requests to autoplay stuff you already know will fly. Oh, okay. So there's. Oh, now I have to have a look again. Is there like a playlist on the bot? Is there? Oh, there's a playlist there. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna have to have a chat with you at some point and see if you can help me get a playlist together, and I'll put a few hours worth of music on there just to tide me over. Everybody knows, and our song Chris already knows I'll get muted later. They're all about the live interaction, aren't they? No, that's fair enough. I just know that, I mean, I've got some of my followers from YouTube will hopefully come over to Twitch. But I know that I've had people mention that they follow me after I'm live because my live show clashes with their own lives, and they like to watch the show afterwards. So if I can prevent myself getting muted, then that'll be helpful. You don't do YouTube, you don't care if your VOD's muted. Yeah. See, I tend to do my show as live interaction, and I'll talk to people, and I'll do the show, and the show will happen. What will happen? And then the only kind of thing that will be nodded to later viewers will be just a mention at some point. Oh, if you're watching this in the future, then yada yada yada. But yeah, most of the time, I'm talking to people, and it's all about the live show. But then like I said, there's a few people that messaged me after the fact, and they said, "Oh, I'm doing some painting with your show in the background." I was like, "Oh, all right." It was interesting enough for them just to listen in and do the painting. But that could all change anyway. I mean, obviously it's all. I've only just come over here, so I do have my YouTube head on at the minute, and I'll see what happens, and things could change. Like I said, with making some once this, like I keep saying it, but once this commission's done and out of the way, I'll be a lot freer to make my regular videos, which will be on YouTube, and then all but one of my live shows could just be on here permanently. I'll just do on here, and then we'll just see what happens after that. rules again. Here's what I don't understand about YouTube. If a song is on YouTube for free listening, anyhow, how is me hearing a song watching you different from me hearing that same song while in the room with you? It's because most of the time those videos have got ad revenue on them, and if you're listening to it through me, you're not the one paying the ad revenue, and they only get one lot of ad revenue. And yeah, yeah, it's just, yeah, it's copyright rules and stuff. And technically even it's broadcasting, and technically you shouldn't be broadcasting songs on Twitch, because it goes against, well, certainly in the UK, it goes against copyright laws, because you'd be broadcasting for public consumption, something that you haven't paid a license for. How is it hearing a song watching you different from me hearing the same song? Yeah, well, if you listen to the same song while in the room with you, but the thing is, there's a distinction with that, because it's privately played. If you were here with me and we weren't on the internet and I put some music on, it's private listening, and I should, in theory, have paid for the music, and therefore I'm also paying for a private broadcasting license, which is not technically that, but it's kind of a broadcast license. I don't know what the whole API thing is. You literally could put on headphones and tell people what you're listening to, and they could go listen to it. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I mean, that's perfectly reasonable. In fact, that's something I wanted to ask as well. Is I see a lot of Twitches, and they're using headphones. And what are they listening to in their headphones? I found that I don't need to use headphones. So I'm curious as to what most, when Twitches are on there and they've got headphones on, what are they listening to? And what you said about the ad revenue is still true when more than one person watches YouTube. Still only one ad revenue. Well, isn't it? Because obviously, if you're on one computer watching the ad, I'm on another watching the ad. You know, whereas if I'm on YouTube watching the ad and I'm broadcasting the advert, you're not paying that. You're not watching the advert. I am, and it doesn't register as you've seen the advert. I think I don't know. It's just. I just know that technically it's illegal to broadcast music. The same as putting a film on. It would be illegal for me to put a film on in the background that you can hear. Because that's what it says at the end of the at the end or the beginning of the video. This DVD, including its soundtrack, is protected by copyright law, or it says that in the UK anyway. So yeah, I couldn't even, I'm in the UK law. I can't put a DVD on in the background and watch it, and if you can hear it, I would be breaking copyright law. It's technically the same with Twitches, with putting songs on the radio as well. It's the same thing. In the UK, we have the TV license, which pays for. I have to pay to listen to the radio and watch TV, as well as the subscription charges. I put far too much brown on the palette, man. I would really love to get rid of YouTube stream. I can't cancel the stream from YouTube. If you do it from the encoder, well, from Restream, it won't do it without me restarting the broadcast. Never mind. Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm not trying to say they should get rid of the law. I'm saying that times change and laws need periodic re-examination for efficiency and social relevance, but both of which current copyright law fails at terribly. Yeah, unfortunately, there's also the trouble is apparently that the EU is trying to approach that, and they seem to the Article 13 or something, which is getting a lot of people up in arms about it, because it's going to affect a lot of people apparently in the EU. I have absolutely no idea what it's all about, to be honest. I probably should think about having a look at it, but I can't sit there and read that much. Here's what you have to say to musicians who don't get paid for their YouTube enough. Tough shit. Go play the song again, but charge to watch it. Oh, well, yeah. I don't know. I don't fully understand the entire copyright law. It's all very, yeah. I don't know. So I'm grateful for places like Kevin MacLeod and in Computech, Ben Sound and all those places. They give you music that's free, which are all right, but you don't mind your stream sounding like an elevator. Well, like a concert, yeah. I don't know if people go to those anymore, do they? There's also things like Glastonbury Festival had to headline somebody like Kanye West. The only people paying money, make money off recording some music are huge recording industry moguls. They were already shafting the artists. Yeah, yeah. And to be honest, yeah, the royalties probably go to the studio as well. The artists might see a little bit of that, but God, terrible. People don't go to concerts. What do they do if they want to eat 2 bags of magic mushrooms and drink $14 beer till you puke and dry things out to get home? Well, I'd say that people don't go to, I mean, there's concerts happening in my town, but reasonably big artists as well. I don't know. Music again is one of those things that I'm not major on. I know what I like, but the industry and just in general, I'm not really that into it. I listen to music to keep the silence away, but other than that, I need a concert can offer that kind of family entertainment. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is. I've never been to a concert. I have no idea. I have no idea what it's like. I would imagine you'll come out of it with all these stories that you want to tell people about what happened, and when you retell the story, you know, a couple of weeks later, and you look at the face of your mate across from the table from you, and they're like, it's like, well, maybe you had to be there. Yes, I am still live, Wayne. Yep, I figured that while I was live, might as well get a chunk of these gene stealers done, or at least get some of it done. Hey, my restream bot's working. Finally, what caused that to work? I didn't do anything. I noticed my Streamlabs viewer counter isn't working. There we are. So that doesn't work, never does. No, I was chatting on YouTube and it wasn't working for me. And I had somebody in the chat earlier on YouTube. I had Commander Kuja in there. And it wasn't working. Yeah, trying to get the commission done, yeah. The viewer count never works. No, I've noticed that. I have to keep refreshing it every time I want to try it. I tell you what, Wayne, while you're there, try a command. Now try a command in YouTube. With the restream bot working, maybe that will work now. No, I guess not. Oh, it does work. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it worked for Miniacs. Wayne's on Twitch. If he pops up, he'll pop up on Twitch at some point. Yeah, Streamlabs doesn't like it. I think I might have a little bit of a problem with clash with my bots. If you don't fall asleep first. Yeah, I haven't put the Wayne Says and the Reese Says ones in yet. I've only done the infomercials. Yeah, it's so far the only ones that I've done, apart from the ones that come with hang on. The ones that come with the standard with the Bart, which are up to age. There we go, Rain. And Miniacs, that's Ragnar is Amity from YouTube. What's quick? I haven't done the tiers yet. All of the commands are a couple of comments above, Wayne. I'll put it in again if I don't know how much of it you can see. There you go. All of the commands are there. They're the only ones that will work at the minute. Although I have got what have I got? I've got I think I've got the points. You should be able to do points. And I should have the standard mini games up there as well. What's that one? Is it not working? See, these are the sorts of things I need to test with people watching, because I have no idea how they work. See, I tried it earlier. Oh, Assen did it. Right, okay. No, I don't know. Points, yeah, I don't know. It's got loyalty. The currency is points, but I don't know. I don't know how to get it to kick in. It's on there. I mean, I still need some messing around trying to get all of it to work. So. Wayne likes playing around with the commands though, so I do need to make sure I've got plenty of them up there. PhantomBot supports points, but you must set it up from the dashboard on your web browser. Yeah, I've got it open now. I keep looking up there. That's where the camera used to be. I've got Phantom Bots open now. I just don't know what section that I need to look into. I've had a look, but I can't see. I can't see. I'm under loyalty currency. It's all there, but I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to actually get it working. Oh, hang on. Currency. Accumulate user time offline. Accumulate loyalty manager. Do I need a loyalty manager? It says get. Get the user's time if they have any. You must have the payouts higher than 0. Payout interval online 10. Payout interval offline nothing. Payout amount online 1. Payout amount offline 1. Active bonus 0. Top list amount 5. Yeah, I mean it's the currency bonus 10. I don't know what that means, but so it would appear that it should be. Oh, hang on, caster payout -1, admin payout. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand. Make it rain. Hang on a minute. I just pressed make it rain. I don't know if that did anything. I have no idea. Not activated. See, games, adventures. Get your viewers to go on adventures that have the survivors win point and have the survivors win points. Enable adventure entry message. If a message should be said when a user joins the adventure. Then enable adventure warning messages. Enable adventure off. Adventure join time is a second. Adventure cooldown 900 seconds. Adventure, how many points a user will get based on the amount they joined with. See, for all intents and purposes, that should all be working. I mean, I don't understand why it's not. But maybe I'll do another test stream at some point with people in the chat and just walk through. I mean, it's 1:45 now, so I have to go to bed soon. Yeah, maybe I'll do another test stream at some point in the future where I can. You don't need to read all that, just click the switch. Yeah, I've clicked the switch. Adventures, Russian roulette, slot machine, dice roll, gambling. I don't want all of these on all the time. But magic 8 ball, random command, I don't know. That's all on, apparently. A lot of stuff isn't happening. You're telling me. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be on. It doesn't seem to be working. Is Phantom Bot a mod? Yes, Yeah, yeah, it is. It has to be, otherwise it wouldn't work. I have to do that, don't I? Yeah. So base of operations bot is Phantom bot, and it's already a moderator of the channel. Yeah, it might be an idea at some point. But for now, I mean, my info commands are working okay, so that's fine. That's gonna get, that's gonna work how I want it to. And then yeah, we'll work out the mini games and stuff, because it does seem to be they weren't quite so important on YouTube. But I mean, if I'm going to be doing stuff here regularly, then I need to see if I can get them working. Right. So what I want to do on these, just before I leave, and the other thing is, what people tend to do a lot of raids. I don't know if is it etiquette to raid people when you're done, or is it, with only one person? Oh, sorry, two people in the chat. Is it worth raiding when I'm done? I don't know what the etiquette is there. Raids are good even with 0 viewers. Oh, is it? I don't know what the I don't know what it means. So I know that obviously it means that I transfer straight over to somebody else's channel. But I don't know how how it helps. So so whenever I finish, it's good etiquette to raid somebody once I'm finished. Because if I'm hosting you from a raid and somebody sees you hosting on my channel, they might go over to yours from the link. Okay, fair enough. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of the ISS, isn't it? LSS, isn't it? So, to help. How does that look? I would say it's never considered rude. Fair enough. I'll yeah. I mean, it didn't make no never mind to me. So I'll give it a try. I've never done that. I'll be interested to see what it looks like when I on YouTube. I wonder if YouTube will start streaming somebody else's channel. I don't know. It'd be a bit interesting. We'll see what happens. I'm just doing this because something occurred to me while I was doing the other bits and pieces. So I have to get it off my mind, otherwise it will keep me up. Add a bit more black on these walls. That's a bit better. Now I should be able to come in with some dawnstone, I think. Yeah. It's helpful. I will see what happens. Like I said, that's the whole point of tonight's stream. Actually, was just to see how this stuff's working. You know, I like to jump on while I'm building my interface and doing commands and stuff, just to make sure everything's working as it should do. And then also it gives me the opportunity to look back and see how everything looked, make sure everything's working as it was intended, and all that sort of stuff. And if I do need to change anything, I can go back and do it. Especially considering, you know, it's not until tomorrow that the show is supposedly going on that's normally on. That looks a bit better. There we go. Much better. Right. Right. So what I want to do now, before I keep going here, what I want to do now, I need to go to bed, but I'll just do this one thing before I go to bed. And then, oh, actually, you know, I've just got this thing in my head that I want to get down. The only thing that's hurt the look of your stream is the desk lamp is washing the top of your face cam. If you raise the inch up an inch or two, it should look nice and clean. Yeah, because you are just about clipping the top of the... just topping up. How's that? You've got that little bit of a glow there. How's that? The lighting is always an issue in here. I mean, I'm using can I use that cam? I don't know. I'm using proper desk lamps. Eventually, you know, I want to do this properly and professionally, and so I want to get some proper 3D LED panels and stuff. So we'll get to that eventually. I'm kind of glad that that camera's there. The only unfortunate thing is that it's supposed to be at the end of a show, end of my Thursday night show, which is a painting one. I'd like to have that. Whoops. I'd like to have kind of an image like that, which actually, if I show you the, which is, that's my usual one, to have this here so you can see what I've done during the show. And unfortunately that camera will not focus that close because it's a cheap one. So what I want to do is I've got two C920s, and so I think the next thing I'll do to upgrade the stream is turn this camera here into another one, so that I can get the extra, the better focus, and that way you can see at the end of a show how I look, how a model looks when I'm finished with it. But thank you very much. I do appreciate the feedback. You know, everything I do is wanting to make a nice entertainment more than anything. You know, I like I like doing this in terms of an entertainment thing. It's not, I don't know. I don't know what I would class it as. Apart from entertainment, I'm not doing it for personal reasons or anything. I just like showing off. I think that's pretty much. I like showing off, and I like showing people. I think the ethos for my channel is always about having some decent looking miniatures without too much hassle. And in fact, Wayne is one of the people that have seen a lot of my non-live videos on YouTube, and it's got him painting because following the videos he's got some really nice looking miniatures that he didn't think he was capable of doing. And I think that's pretty much what I do on my show all the time. It's simple stuff, but gives you some decent results. You always ask for help that way. What's that, asking other people? Huh, I missed a head. Oh well. I'll have to paint that in at some point. I'm kind of making up the bases of these as I go along, so I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to approach them. I'll be layering paint up all over the place with these. I'll wash them, I'll dry brush it. I think, oh, actually I could really do with washing that again, or changing the colour, and then I'll base coat it again. Again, these are one of the miniatures that sat on the shelf, needing to be done. Oh, I'm splashing wash absolutely everywhere here. Yeah, oh man, look at the state of my hand. Look at that. State of my hand. Oh, technical stuff, yeah. They're always asking for feedback. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not getting feedback, you're not going to get any better, are you? Let me move that back again. Yeah, if you're not open to feedback, you're never going to get any better. You're never gonna hear what people think. Because at the end of the day, I mean, what's the point? If people don't enjoy watching your show, there's not really any point in you doing it in the first place. You're terrible at dry brushing. I learned to paint on canvas, so I use those techniques I learned back then. Well, all of my painting techniques I've learned because of miniature painting, but yeah, I mean, I'm known for dry brushing over on from my regulars on YouTube, and so yeah, in fact, the keyword for me was yeah, Will says, and it was, yeah, dry brushing isn't just for noobs. Lots of layers and tone it down. Yeah, I mean, as I'm looking into learning layers. That's why Eisenhorn was just done by mixing some paint on the palette. It wasn't overly successful, and I still tend to use paint that's too opaque whenever I put it on. I suffer from ADHD, and so I tend to need instant results. So painting in lots of layers is quite difficult for me. Let me bring that up here. So yeah, so painting in lots of layers is quite difficult for me to do. Let me just pop that there. That's what I've. Let me just do that. There we go. Just bring that down. There we go. model because that that's close enough. There we are. No, I don't tend to enjoy doing lots of layers, and I do like to put paint down and see it on the model, and so I do struggle with working out exactly how is it I'm supposed to do loads of layers over time and wait for it to dry. And glazing, I see a lot of glazing on Twitch at the minute, but it's quite difficult. I see when I'm watching people on Twitch at the minute, and they're putting, it just looks like they're wetting the model, over and over again. They're wetting the model, and then suddenly, by the time before I know it, 2 hours later, they've got a glazed cloak. And I was like, how did you do that? Because all you were doing was wetting the model. And I mean, obviously, if I show you the state of my palette, you really had to grow a new kind of patient to get your minis coming out good. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the thing is, if I show you my palette, which you can just about see there, but let me bring it up on here, is my palette looks very, very much different from most of the palettes I see on Twitch. My paint is a lot thicker than anything I see anybody doing. And so I've noticed that there is a massive difference between the way I paint and the way other people paint. But that's not to say I dislike the way I paint. I'm quite happy. I mean, I was I talking to you? Or I was talking to somebody else. Again, I've so many people this last couple of days I can't keep up. But I was aiming for, I'm aiming for a. I like the sort of comic book realism, I think, is the way that I want to aim at. It's kind of the realism, but pushed into comic book. So I want it to look painted. I don't want it to look real. But at the same time, I do want to push the kind of comic book style. In fact, actually, I'll tell you what. This is a model that I've got that I am pretty proud of, actually. And I will go to bed eventually tonight. But this Lord of Contagion from Dark Imperium, I'm pretty proud of this thing. And I've seen people do glazing and highlighting and edge highlighting and stuff all over their model, but this guy is dry brushed. I dry brushed the hell out of it, and that's good for me. I like that, and I'm pretty proud of this. The difference being, obviously, is I wouldn't mind, pushing the envelope just a little bit. So your video style is like retro game colors, pushed towards realism, kind of the opposite. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of. I think that's kind of what I like, but I mean, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not fluent in style. I don't understand. I don't know what different styles actually are. I'm kind of just making up as I go along. And so when I say I want mine to be realistic comic books, I don't know. It's just. I definitely don't want big thick lines, black lines around it, but I do want it to be, I want it to look comic, but I do want you to feel where the realism is, I think. And I do have my finger on it. I do kind of know what I'm looking for, and I just constantly aim towards it. But at the end of the day, I would like to also try and push my skills to learn things that I wouldn't necessarily want to do. For argument's sake, non-metallic metal. I mean, it's a big thing, isn't it? I mean, everybody talks about non-metallic metal. I have no interest of ever painting a model in non-metallic metal. I like it when it's done well. It does look good, but I'm not interested in owning a miniature that is done in non-metallic metal. However, I wouldn't mind learning it as a skill because I'm sure that it's transferable elsewhere, especially when you start considering that, you know, about when you're thinking about lighting and how that affects. But yeah, my models, when you look at them, you say like, oh, that reminds you of Super Mario, or that's like Doom. No, that's kind of cool. I like that. I'll have to see if I can find some pictures of your stuff, and I'll have a look. I'm sure you're around the internet at some point, somewhere. It's just got 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna have to get going at some point. But yeah, yeah, definitely. Right. Well, I tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop up the I'll pop up my Discord link again, just in case. Whoops, that helps. There we go. But yeah, I'm going to pop that up just so that it shows up in the chat. Well, if you want to learn non-metallic metal as a technique, a good place to look is the letters on the Bigfoot monster truck. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I'm going to have a look around. I'll have a look around and we'll see what happens. But I'll tell you what, I am definitely going to get ready to go to bed now. So what I need to do is I need to figure out how to do a raid on somebody. Do I click on somebody's thing here? Do I just click on their logo? Link expired. It shouldn't have done. I clicked it to never expire. Oh, do I do it that way? Okay. Right, well, I'll have a look at my Discord link another time. It's annoying. Right. What am I doing? Trying to find, who are we going to raid? Well, I'll tell you what, we'll raid Nalindi, I think. Where's my chat gone? Oh, there it is. Right, okay. So I do that, raid, and then the name is Mini Painter Luke and Lindy. Who do you reckon? Which one do you reckon? Mini Painter Luke or Nalindi? You choose. I know they're both live. I just wonder which one we'll go for. You always go now. Alright, right. Well, for now, we'll do now as well. Make sure I've typed it right. Do I need to worry about capitals? I've never done this before. Not sure. Well, we'll see how it works. But I'm going to pop off the off my mic now anyway. We'll see if this works. If not, I'll try and figure it out. Alright, but thank you, Minnie, for joining me, and I'll set this raid up now. Alright, ta-ra.